Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first full week of A Drink with Dave. Later on in the week, we're going to be heading to the bar at IO West to talk to my friends Adam Lizagore, Jimmy Pardo, and we'll have music from Jim Hanft and Samantha Yannick. But right now, we're in my backyard having our first Skype session with comedian Gil Ozeri, who just watched 2.5 Men for 2.5 days. Gil, welcome to A Drink with Dave. Cheers. So, Gil, you just completed 2.5 days of watching 2.5 Men.
I did. I feel like I deserve some kind of t-shirt that said I survived.
And I should say, I was there for maybe 2.5 hours of it. I think I saw 4, maybe 5 episodes.
Yeah, you were there for a while. I was just watching some of the tapes. Yeah.
Right, with my friend Scott Gimple, who he had never seen it either. None of the three of us had ever seen it. Where did the idea come from?
You know, a lot of my comedian friends reference it as one of the worst things on television, and I just wanted to kind of find out more about it. I was looking at its Wikipedia entry, and I saw how many episodes it had, and for some reason I added it all up, and it came out to around exactly 2.5 days. And after that, I was like, I have to watch all of this stuff in one sitting.
And just your luck, Charlie Sheen decided to have a massive coke meltdown.
When he got arrested for, when he was in the Plaza Hotel, I brought up the idea again to my friend Curtis Quinn, and we talked about it. He's like, you have to do this, and then we talked to Funny or Die, and they said we'd want to do it, and that is exactly when Charlie Sheen started to have a mental breakdown.
Right. What are some of the enduring images of 2.5 Men? What do you remember?
Tons of weird relationship stuff. John Cryer slept with a mother and a daughter combo. Charlie Sheen had slept with his sister at one point. The sexual innuendos and kind of the misogyny, that stands out to me.
Somebody in the chat room when I was there said she wasn't allowed to watch Married with Children when she was in high school because her mother said it was misogynistic, but now her mother loves 2.5 Men, which is like
so weird.
100 times more misogynistic.
So
and
much,
the star
so much more sexual too. Just so much. Like, how is that considered a family sitcom?
Yeah, 8 o'clock on CBS. Mm-hmm. Like, I saw, anal sex jokes, vibrator jokes, lube jokes, just like and again, jokes, references. Really
references to all that stuff.
And there were a couple times, even when I was there, in just the tiny stretch that I saw, there were arcs that were sort of constructed, and then it was just dropped.
Yes, totally dropped. My favorite was John Cryer impregnated his ex-wife, and they never addressed it again. They just totally dropped that.
Right.
That storyline, never came back to it. Right. And it was like a major arc on the show. All
right, so you made it through the 2.5 days.
Yes.
On how much sleep?
The entire thing took around 75 hours, and I slept for 4.5. I took a 4.5 nap after about 45 hours.
Did the lack of sleep affect you more, or did the terrible, shitty writing on 2.5 Men affect you more?
Well, that's a good question. If it was another show, I probably would have also kind of lost my mind.
Right.
But the fact that I didn't, the show was the same thing over and over, just like a hammer hitting you on the head, it did not help.
Right.
So maybe they were equal parts to misery.
I find sometimes that I am more inspired by mediocrity than I am by great things. Like, if I see or hear something great, I tend to get drowsy because I feel like I'll never be able to do it. But I see something like 2.5 Men that is wildly successful and is written by somebody who is playing words with friends. Did you feel like you wanted to do more writing at the end of it, or did you want to leave the business entirely?
It didn't make me want to go into a hole and be like, I hate all comedy. I can't believe this happens. I don't want to do it anymore.
Right.
I think there's good stuff and bad stuff, and there's stuff that you could take from every show. So I don't know. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, in the most diplomatic way I've ever heard in my entire life. The Funny or Die video, any idea when that is going to be?
I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks. Yeah.
Keep checking Funny or Die.
Keep checking Funny or Die or my Twitter.
At Gil Ozeri.
At Gil Ozeri.
And you can see the highlight reel of 2.5 days of 2.5 Men, and there will be some highlights.
There will be some highlights, definitely.
Beautiful. Have a great night, Gil.
Dave, you too.
Thank you for being here.
All right, bye-bye, buddy.
Thank you very much, Gil. Check out Funny or Die to see the highlight reel of Gil's 2.5 days of 2.5 Men. And if you're interested in seeing the show 2.5 Men, you can turn on your TV and see it all day long on every channel. Now, tomorrow I will be at the bar at IO West with my friend Adam Lizagore. See you there.
You know who else has these same frames is RuPaul.